Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions and messages can be raw, real, and at times very uncomfortable and even controversial. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to take notes, leave comments, and when possible, always share what you hear. And now here are your hosts, Pastor Cello and Pastor Mia.
Welcome, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up? I gotta adjust that mic. Okay. There. We can keep going. We're good.
No, let's start over.
No, it was great. It's fine.
Okay. You're still
We're still
adjusting it.
adjusting it.
Stop.
If you were here at the live, you've seen all this happen.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
This is all the behind-the-scenes stuff. So, welcome back to the podcast.
Episode 151.
151. If you missed the live episode, and live meaning we didn't film live like Facebook does Facebook Live.
YouTube,
It was live as in you were in person and you
audience.
came. It was a live audience.
My bad for not communicating.
Yeah, because everybody's
Sorry
like,
about that.
I was on Facebook and I didn't see it. Where was it?
All of our out of town folks were waiting for it to be streaming, and it wasn't no streaming.
Everybody was like,
I was getting text messages.
where you at?
Where's
I'm
it
looking
at?
for
I'm
you. I
looking.
can't
Keep
find
finding the
you.
link. Where's it at? I'm like, yeah, we're not.
So if you missed it, go watch
it.
episode 150 because
It's a whole hour.
Is it?
Yeah.
And a lot of our viewers were like, an hour.
It's so good.
I'm so used to your 20 minutes.
They say folks were telling me yesterday that
Okay, what? What?
folks were telling me yesterday that they actually watched the whole thing.
Okay,
It was really good.
you can talk up.
Good. I feel like I'm talking loud.
No, you're not. You're whispering. You're whispering.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. I'm sorry. I went back to episode 12 for Faith and Obedience, and that was so crispy because we were right on the mic like, hello.
That's gonna be really loud.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna have to turn that one down.
No, you're not. I'm
Anyway.
just saying that the episode was when we were in the booth, the traveling sound booth or whatever it's called.
Sound booth.
Yeah, and
The studio.
Studio, but it's what's it called?
It was a mobile studio.
Mobile studio. And when we were in there, we were like, hello. It was beautiful,
super, it was
super
great.
crispy.
But when you're doing video, it's just really weird to have that microphone right there in front of you.
I don't think so. I meant, what's his name? That was Sway in the morning. He had it right here, and he's talking.
I'm
so
not
why
Sway,
can't we?
Man, I'm not Sway.
You're right. You iced tea. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Oh man, I'm just saying that we had budget cuts.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Had to cut the budget.
I mean, if you want to fund us to go back to the booth, the mobile studio, that'd be great. I mean, we'll take it. It was awesome. I miss it. It was teeny tiny, and the microphone was right here. And so I was on the microphone.
It was a little pricey, but it was good.
I liked it.
The audio quality was good.
Amazing.
Audio quality was.
So if you don't
really
like
good.
our audio quality, you can send us money at...
GiveMeYourMoney.com.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Anyway, welcome back. We're so glad to have you. And I think that today, maybe I'm just in loud mode.
I think so, because you're like really loud.
Am I?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Not
you're
bad.
whispery.
I'm not. I'm like
You really
loud.
are. No. You're like this. You're
No,
like
I'm not.
this. Yes,
No, I'm
you're
not.
like we're
No,
reading
I'm
a
not.
book.
No, I'm not.
There you go. There you go.
All right, what are we talking about today?
I don't know. We should just talk about everything because I have so much I want to talk about and I can't do it in 20 minutes, let alone 15 minutes.
Well, how are you going to talk about everything in 20 minutes?
I don't know. 22.
22 minutes. Well, now,
No.
according to that, like,
22 is the number. It's a movie line, honey. It's the answer to all things. 22. You don't remember?
22. Yes.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The
22.
answer is 22.
22.
Come on, Dad.
Yes, I'm with
Get
you.
it together. It's 2020,
I
Dad.
know I can't keep up with you, man. Over here, then over here, over here. Over
I
here.
said that. I feel like maybe that's what this podcast should be about.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Squirrel. That's what it is. Distractions.
Distractions.
Yes, distractions. They're
Ding, 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 ding. We have a topic. Yes, I'd like distractions for $400, please. That's Alex.
Oh, don't talk about Alex. He's gone. Don't do that. Don't. R.I.P. Alex. Anyway, so talking about distractions, I just wanted to prove a point there that we're all over the place sometimes. We don't know
We're
how to.
all over the place.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we don't know how to focus on one thing and stick to that thing. You know
We're programmed that way, man.
how? Oh, what do we say when it's kids? Kids have a 5-minute attention span.
Yeah.
You know,
Probably not even that.
Yeah, but what do you always say? They
Instant gratification?
no, you say it stimulation.
Stimulation?
Overload or something. They have to have something moving every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's a.
What do you call that?
I don't remember what it's
Oh
called.
Lord! If you're out there and you know what that is, text us. Text me.
No, that's so. Man, this has been like 20-something years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing a research and I came across this study that in the early 80s that they were trying to get the marketers were trying to get the visual attention span of the viewers narrowed down shorter so they could bring more content. And what they were doing was they started taking the icons and the logos of the news company or the TV station
Or the soda company.
and they were spinning items. So basically, you're watching your television program, but you have all these things on the lower thirds.
Mm-hmm.
You got these things in the corner, and they're
Like when you're watching the
when
Dow.
you're watching
and they're
TV.
going,
Yeah, so like there's constantly stuff going all the time.
Flicker, flicker, flicker.
And so
flicker,
now, man, that was almost 20 years ago
Mm-hmm.
that I was reading that study, and I was like, man, that's crazy, because when I was in youth ministry, when you would see things that were on television or on cable, there were so many things going on during that video footage, and so they just had stuff.
Stimulation or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called anyway. And so that's literally what they're doing. So they're basically keeping that attention. Your attention span was getting shorter, and you're easily distracted by what's popping up on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So you're watching the person that's talking on the screen, but then your eye automatically goes to what is in the corner, or the left-hand corner, or the right-hand corner, and that's distraction, in which you just described probably every individual on the planet now, definitely in the United States, is that we get super distracted really quick.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's
all the
where you go
time.
squirrel.
Yeah, I like.
And if you watched Up, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, go watch the movie Up. It was an animated movie called Up.
Up, great movie. Up. It's about an old man in balloons and a little boy
and a dog that
and
says
a dog.
Squirrel. And so it just made me think of that, because I was watching the boys, you know, and they're watching their iPads, 2 of my grandkids, and they're watching their iPads. And one of my grandsons, will not watch it on full screen. Even though I can switch it to full screen, he wants the little screen up here and all the other screens down at the bottom, the choices that you can choose from.
Because they change.
That's right. And so his eyes are being stimulated down here. He's watching up here, but they're going down here. And so if he sees something, he goes, and he changes it. Just like that. And I was thinking about that, you know, when I'm clicking on some of these websites to get the SVG files for my Cricut or something, they always got this little box that's in the middle of where I need to download, and you have to exit out, and then it says, why don't you want to see this anymore? Because I don't want to, Siri.
You're taking up my screen space.
Yes, yeah, honestly, and I'm just like, okay, I don't need no stimulation like that.
So how do you fight against that?
I have to work hard. I mean,
you know, we watched that.
Tell me.
Go ahead. You were saying we work hard. What?
No, I have to work hard at. So I was thinking about this. This is what made me think about this. So my husband is going to be 50. Woo! Ding 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 ding. Thanks, Marco, for that. Anyway, and so because of that, I was thinking about your playlist. This man plays the same work playlist all the time. And I'm just like, I know what song's coming next. But you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. You're going to laugh. Listen, I'm in my car, right? And I know that I have like 1,000 things I need to be doing, right? And I know I got to go from A to B to C to Z, right? And so because Tuesdays are my work day, my morning day till nighttime, okay?
Work
Okay,
day.
it's my long day. That's what I meant to say. My long day. Okay? I get up at 7:15. I know all of you are like, what? I get up at 4:30. Okay, fine. You get up at 4:30. I don't. So I get up at 7:15 and I go till about 8:15 at night, nonstop, no break. And so I'm just like, oh my God. And so to motivate myself, I have a playlist too. And it's my treadmill list.
And it's the same song.
Yes. But I know.
Are you close to 50?
Yes, I am. So I know it's, and I actually have several playlists that are like that. I have one that's called Set It Off. I've called one that's a workout playlist. And then I've got one that says, I Want to Rock. And then I have one that's, well, your little playlist.
I was just wondering what mine are. Go ahead, keep going.
Know. And then I have one that's called repeats, okay? And I know that one of those are going to push me to the level that I need to be at. That and it's so funny because he can listen to worship and it hypes him up. I'm sorry, worship calms me down and puts me at a chill mode.
Well, it don't really
hype me. Yes, you did.
It don't really hype me up. It just it
motivates you.
Yeah, it gets me going. Well, I'll say motivates me, but it gets me going.
I
don't know.
No, I'm the opposite. If I'm listening to worship music, see, we already sidetracked. We didn't stay focused. We're not even talking about the subject anymore.
Squirrel!
Big time.
Wait a minute. Playlist!
But that's how it is all day long. You're like, hey, oh, I forgot. They're not saying squirrel. They're saying something else. And so I just think it's funny because it makes me think of how easily distracted we are by things. And it's so funny because in my driving class, my defensive driving school, shameless plug, one of the...
You got a ticket, hit her up and get defensive driving.
Yes. And
call now, 1-800... Oh.
Affiliated defensive driving. Anyway, so it's funny because we talk about distractions, and distractions are they're one of the biggest killers or wreck causing, because people are messing with their radio. They got pets, they got kids, they got all this going on,
Texting.
Yeah, everything.
Driving,
there's so much.
And driving.
There's so much stimulating them, and I don't know about you, but I've seen people drive and they're just like, look forward, just drive. And I used to say that about you all the time. Or did you say that about me? The horse, we just need
the blinders on.
The blinders on so we can focus on the road. That's how we need to do our life. Put the blinders on and focus on the task at hand.
I
Multitasking?
kind of disagree with that sometimes, though. I mean, yeah, the focus part, but I'm saying, like, I don't like to get so focused that I can't see everything else that's going on. But yes, we do get distracted.
We get easily distracted by everything.
By playlists.
But I'm just saying that I think if we have that certain music or that certain thing that can cause us to motivate us to, like, this is my workout playlist, so I'm going to focus on working out right now, my treadmill list.
This is my cleaning playlist.
Yeah, I have that.
This is my pooping playlist.
I don't have that. That's ridiculous. See,
I'm gonna be here for a minute.
That's ridiculous.
Got to get through my three songs.
That's ridiculous that somebody says my legs fell asleep. Why were you sitting there that long?
That's a long time.
Get off the dang pot, poop, and get off. I mean, you don't have to be. See,
my legs
we're already
distracted again.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's that easy to be distracted. You have this list of things, and some people are list people, and some people are not. Like my daughter says, I have to write it down so my mind knows I have these things that need to be done. I don't need that. I go to bed. I'm like, Lord, I need to do these things. So if I wake up tomorrow, then praise God, I want to do them. And if something happens in between, I think I'm just older now that I'm just like, let's roll with it. Right?
Yeah. I was going to say earlier, we watched that documentary, Social Dilemma.
Oh, my God.
About apps and...
Is that what it was called? I don't think it was called that.
Social Dilemma? Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was.
Anyway.
Somebody's correcting us. Anyway, anyway, it was just talking about how notifications train us, or the apps are set up to train us to check notifications, and we get that hit of a dopamine feel with likes and notifications to see, and so that's very distractive. I remember after we watched that, I shut all my notifications off on my social media, so now I don't even. It's crazy because I didn't even realize that I was being distracted like that. You know, checking my phone. You know, do I got notifications, whatever, and it really made a difference in my usage. Like I was just like,
your screen time changed.
My screen time completely changed. It did, because I can't even think of the last time I posted on Instagram.
Wow.
I gotta have to look. Let me see.
Wow. Well, I will say this while you're looking that up. You know, you were talking about the screen. It was saying that the apps, the way they map us so that they can throw something at us. It was showing these people in a room, kind of like the I don't know, the emoji. No, it wasn't the emoji. God, it was a bunch of emotion characters. Someone is correcting me right now. It was happiness, sadness.
Oh, your daughter's having a fit right now.
I know. I can't
it's
remember.
It's called
you remember
Inside Out?
Yes, thank you. Wow, Popo, good job. So in Inside Out, they're sitting,
I watch movies.
They were sitting inside this little booth, and they're deciding how she wants to feel, right? So this social dilemma inside there, they're in this box, and
supposed to be their phone.
Yeah, supposed to be their phone, and it's looking at them, and they're like, throw another one of those up, see if we can hook him back in. Oh, that didn't work. Send something else up. All right, try this. We got him. And that's how they do you, you know? And you'll notice that by the ads you post and the things you post.
That's why Amazon knows what you need to buy. Facebook knows what you need to buy.
And
Twitter, they know the ads pop up because they know what you're looking for.
And what do most people say? My FBI agent is listening to me.
My FBI.
Actually, your phone is listening to you.
What is it called? The CIA.
Yeah, the CIA is listening to me. They tapped into my calls.
Right.
They know what I want to buy. Okay.
Yeah,
when's the last time you posted?
Last time I posted was a week ago, which is actually November the 7th.
I was like, that's not bad.
10 days ago.
That's good.
Yeah, wow, 10 days ago.
I don't know. I used to spam the feed on Instagram like all day. Now I'm just like random.
So, because we're random, these are my playlists.
Okay, go.
I have
Grandpa's playlist. No, I'm just kidding.
Grandpa's playlist.
Creative.
My creative culture playlist. My family Lozano family playlist. My dad's jams playlist. Those are all the songs my dad listened to. My G Kids playlist. My 2020 planning playlist. My pre-service playlist 1, my pre-service playlist 2.
Your walk?
My walk.
Playlist.
That's when I exercise.
Your deep thinking?
Going deeper. That's my worship stuff when I go just worship. Overnight. My personal time. Sunday's playlist, motivational playlist. That's pretty much it. My Riverside work playlist, and then the rest of them are just the ones that they give you.
Oh, well, I was clicking on
I've got one that says vibing.
Oh, vibing.
Woo-hoo. What? I think that's it.
No, today when I went to go click on my
cool playlist.
When I went to click on my work my treadmill playlist, it said favorite mix or your mix, and it was some songs, right? And I was like, yeah, I like that one. Oh yeah, I like that one. And then it got to like 2 more, and I was like, that's not even in my songs list, so you lied. And I closed it out. Then I went back to my workout playlist. So saying all that to say that everything is a distraction, and it made me think that because of my driving school, everything is a distraction. And
it is.
I will tell you the stat, 94% of errors are due to driver error, not 94% of
operator error.
Honestly.
Imagine that.
So if it's in the driving scene, you can imagine what it's like in your office scene or in your life scene. That's why dishes don't get done. That's why laundry doesn't get done. That's why
I need laundry done, by the way.
I know.
My mate's on vacation.
She really is. I mean, we should fire her. Anyway, saying all that to say is, see, we got distracted. But I just wanted to make you aware of that, and I just wanted to tell you that, that squirrel is going to die if a car hits him. And don't be a rubbernecker and be like, oh my God, what is that? That's what I talk about in class all the time. But just saying all that to say that don't be distracted by the stuff that everything is thrown at us, that life is trying to throw at us. There's somebody out there, and they're trying to throw that thing in your way, throwing you a bone just to see if you're going to snag it up.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So,
yep.
Make you a playlist. Focus. Work on that. Try to stay in the lane. Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane.
Right.
And then when it's time to switch lanes, put your blinker on and get in the next lane.
I think sometimes we're like fish.
Tell me.
We like shiny things. It starts shining. We're like, hey, what's that over there? Hey, what's that? And we get distracted super fast by stuff.
I'm sorry. You made me think of Moana, the hermit crab at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shiny.
Yeah, exactly. Get distracted. For real.
Yeah.
And it's
You
hard.
sparkle like a diamond in the sky.
It's crazy because, it's so easy to be distracted.
Yeah.
Super easy. And it's hard. You have to really work at not being distracted and staying focused.
Yeah. Well, especially in the tech times that we're in now.
Oh, for real.
Just in watching all the futuristic movies, you see the screens everywhere.
We're already there, man.
Limit your screen time. Make a playlist and stay in your lane, bro.
Stay in your lane, bro.
Yeah, and put your blinker on to get to the next lane. How's that? All right, a little bit of defensive driving and
because we distracted.
That's right.
Man, listen, man, appreciate you guys watching, tuning in with us again today, Wednesday. Extra shout out, thank you for all those folks that came and hung out with us.
Thank you.
And our live that wasn't really live. We were
it
all
was a live audience. We were all live.
We were all live, man. Man, super shout out to everybody that came out. Special thanks to Sella Carry On, man.
The MUA.
For hosting that for us. We're going to have you back. That was a lot of fun.
It was.
We're probably going to do that again because everybody's been like, y'all going to do that again? So we
no,
might sell tickets for $100.
Yes, we're going to sell seats. We're going to sell seats this time.
$5 a ticket. Give me my $10. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe $110, $115 a ticket.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Do it, Tony Robbins.
There you go. We'll do that.
Yeah,
that sounds good. So we'll let you know when that'll be. You can start getting your tickets purchased to be here.
Yeah. And we had special merch, so you missed out on that too.
Yeah. Man, appreciate you guys' support, though. Man, subscribe, hit the bell. Ding, ding, ding. See, I learned something. Hit the bell to subscribe.
And
like,
that way
share,
the notifications will suck you in.
Right. There you go. We are here to distract you. We're here to help you.
That's right.
With our notifications that distract you.
Yes.
Man, appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. You guys that are listening on Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, this tunes, that tunes. We see you guys. Take it easy.
Peace out.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.